Hi there, everybody. It's a Sunday and it's Rory Conacher. I'm just dropping this message because we're about to have a meeting in about an hour's time. So I thought I'd just give some information that might be assisting everybody in preparation for that meeting. So let's go ahead. Today is the final day that we can upload for the claims, being the 22nd of December. And just as a standard disclaimer, the views and opinions expressed in this presentation are solely those of the speaker and do not constitute professional or legal advice. All information shared is intended for informational purposes only. Viewers are encouraged to do their own research, conduct independent due diligence, and consult with qualified professionals before making any decisions based on the content of this presentation. The presenter assumes no liability for any actions taken in reliance on this information, and all rights are reserved. So let's kick off. First of all, I've communicated numerous times, lots of emails have been going out everywhere, but I think the most important thing is there's a link that has gone out on how to do your claims, and one of this takes you to resources. Now let's just go through what is there. First of all, the first folder, instructions in multiple languages, and there's 12 different languages. There's examples and example claim template documents. So you click on those folders and you will find information or how-tos, and you can simply copy. I've had numerous requests from people asking for permissions to edit the document. Please understand that I can't give you permissions. As per instructions, you need to download the files to edit, and I've put that in big red writing there now as well. So please download the files if you are wanting to edit the information. And if you're going to be doing your own uploads, etc., you need to be able to edit. So when you click on that, you'll need to find on the right-hand side, you have the three dots, or if you can see instructions in multiple languages, you see on the right-hand side next to the man, there's a little download button. Each one will have a download button for you to be able to download. Once it's downloaded on your hard drive, you will be able to edit it. Now, what documents do you need to upload? Well, essentially, if you were claiming for one program, you would only need 5 documents. The first document is the most important one because this is essentially a declaration as if you were in the police office. And this is form number AEDXB1P. And this form needs to be uploaded with the online form. So you need to download this form, edit it, fill it in, and then that will be the first document you asked for. The second document you're going to be asked for is proof of identification. Now, I've had people saying to me, I don't have a passport. It's explained clearly there, any government ID as long as it's valid. So it could be a driver's, it could be a government ID document, it could be a passport. It needs to be a valid government recognized ID. The third document you need is proof of life. Now, obviously, if you're claiming for a deceased estate, there's other documents required, but for the majority, proof of life, and I will show you an example of what we need. Now, let's say you were only claiming for hyper, then you would only need 2 more documents. One is a proof of account, and the other one will be proof of assets or amount owed. So what is a proof of an account? A proof of an account can be a screenshot with your username on it. It could be emails that you've received from the system, but essentially to prove that you've got an account, we need to see a username and some form of communication that recognizes that you actually had an account. Proof of assets, we need to see numbers. Now, a lot of people are saying, I cannot get access into the back office, or I can't. Well, if you're not able to do that, and we communicated to everybody to please take screenshots and videos to record everything. If you're one of those that did not do that, then what you're going to need to do is find information that's going to make you to be able to prove that you had money in the system, because you cannot expect a payout or somebody to rule on a case if you can't show proof. So that would mean you've got to show purchases or deposits or any other form of proof that you actually are owed money. And each case may be different, but that is up to you to work forward and sort that out. So let's deal with the first form. The first form is Declaration of Financial Loss for submission to Dubai authorities. Now, this is the first form I spoke of that you need to download. Here I've given you an example. It is actually quite easy to fill in. There are 4 different versions of it, and if I take you back to this page, You see over here it says download to edit next to that folder. That is, if you click on that, you're going to get 4 different types of documents. People are coming here and they can't read form here or form there. They're not looking at the information. So I've now copied all these files and put them in here, download to edit, and I've highlighted that. So what you do is you tick here, there's an editable PDF, there's a Word document, there's a PDF that you can print off, as well as a Google Doc. So it's easy for you to click on here, type the information just like I've done over here, put the amounts at what you owed, remember to initial each page, and then there's 2 places that you're going to sign, and don't forget to put in $17,000 only if that is the amount. A lot of people are making an error. It says there, over here, values expressed in US dollars and must include cents. I see many people that are not including cents in their claims, especially when they're typing on the online form. This means that you will get 1/10 of what you should be getting, because it will all be rounded up to cents. So if you typed in $100 with no cents, you're effectively going to get $1 claim instead of $100 should we be successful. So I've expressed this very clearly over here. We've expressed it in the instructions. So if you're one of the people that are reading this or hearing this and have made a mistake, remember you can go, the form was emailed back to you. You can go online and edit that form. Make sure your form is accurate, please. So here it is. Should we be successful and get the payout, you are putting your wallet address there, you're selecting what it is, and you are signing by the wallet. So there is no discrepancy. This wallet is repeated in the online form, and we will be using the online form to pull the information. This document is effectively a resource document for the authorities. Then the personal statement, I have communicated on email what the personal statement is about. You can read on your form there. I've given an example here to the Dubai authorities. I'm writing to explain, etc., etc. I'm not going to waste your time reading all through it. The examples is there, and you can read it if you want to pause to see what it's about. You acknowledge, and you put the date, and then place of signing. People that don't, so I have some people saying they don't know what that means. It essentially just says, where are you when you are signing this document physically? So you are in Hillcrest, South Africa, or you in Lancaster, UK, or you are in Plumstead, Cape Town. And then you put your name and your signature and initial again. So that's essentially the first form. The next proof of identification is whatever ID you use, passport, driver's ID, it needs to be valid, it needs not to be expired, and there are 3 clear suggestions with crosses. It needs to be readable, not ghosted. Need to make sure the photo is not covered and you don't have your fingers over it. Make sure the photo is horizontal, or we call landscape form. People have asked, why do we have proof of life? Because essentially you can get data off the internet and just make up a whole lot of details on false claims. So the authorities specifically want to see proof of life, that you are who you are, who's making a statement, making a claim and a declaration, and that you are a real person. And this is why you need to be holding whatever ID you've used, plus a piece of paper with the date. We must be able to see your ID as you had above. It needs to be the same one. You need to write the date that you are taking the photo. It can't be older than the 25th of November. In other words, you can't use one from September or 2024. You need to write your first name and surname, and your signature needs to appear there. And those signatures are again verified accordingly. Another question that I see people are struggling with, and I'm not sure why, every document that you are uploading, any file, has to start with your claim number. So if you are, for example, the 3 documents, you'll have your claim number, then a full stop, then that is the form AEDXB, then put your name and then save as a PDF. If you're doing your passport, again, write your claim number, passport ID photo, your name, JPEG, same thing. Hyperclaim, let's say you're putting in for a hyper, you would essentially say, there's my claim number, proof of account, and your name, and here proof of the amount, the claim amount. What is your assets that should be owed? Now, if you're in a situation that you are claiming under VidiLook or another campaign, because when you go through the online form, you will either click yes, I've got a claim, or no. If you go no, it jumps to the next campaign. And remember, there's 7 different options to claim against. So in this case, let's say this person was involved in Hyper and VidiLook. They would then need proof of account in VidiLook and proof of claims and in VidiLook as well. So that's a very short brief. I hope that makes more sense. We're having a 2-hour meeting shortly, and I will try and answer as many of your questions as I can. Thank you and have an awesome day.